Hey, you guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Amanda, and this is my lovely husband,
Jermaine.
Jermaine. We just want to talk to you guys and introduce you to our lifestyle and how we met and how long we've been together, what's going on, the stuff. So, how did we meet, Jermaine?
We actually met like in the summertime. I remember.
Well, first, let's back that up, okay? When he says summertime, he's from Jamaica, so it's always summer over there. So.
Okay.
His summer is my winter. I'm Canadian. I'm born and raised in Canada. He's born and raised in Jamaica.
Yeah, right. I remember he used to come to Jamaica like in the summertime, and he used to play a lot with my sisters and
Yes,
stuff.
you have like two sisters. His older sister, I would follow her around everywhere. So when I would come to Jamaica in the summertime, like his mom and my mom, they live like close to each other. My mom has a home back in Jamaica. She lives here as well. But when I went to Jamaica, I used to always play with his sisters. Like anywhere his older sister would go, I want to be there. If she would go to Mandeville, I want to go to Mandeville. Like I would follow her every single where, So he was just kind of in the background, but his sisters were my friends. They still are.
I used to be in the background, maybe less like when you would see like the curtains.
He's just the background, and I would ask the sisters. I was like, "Is that your brother?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay, let's go play. Let's go have fun." And
yeah, I remember. Actually, the first time like when I actually started to have a crush on you.
Ooh.
Was kind of like I think you were like maybe 18 and a half or something like that. And I remember the first time like I was just home, just sitting down, chilling, relaxing. And I'm like, yo, Amanda is just such a nice, down to earth person. Like she's just outgoing, she's fun. She's just like she matched my character, the type of person that I wanted. And I remember the very first time, like I took my phone up and I said, yo, I'm gonna message her. But yo, in Jamaica we have this bad, dirty habit where we just call all the girls baby. Once they kind of like close to you, we're like, hey baby, what's up? Or hey baby girl, what's up? So I remember.
I'll never forget. Good to you.
So I remember I literally took my phone up and I was just reminiscing about this girl. I'm like, she's fine. And I took my phone up and I said, hey baby girl, what's up? And then yo, she replied back to me like, I'm not your baby girl. Don't call me a baby girl. Yo, I don't, it's not even culture shock. I was shocked. Like,
Well, for us, as like born and raised here, when someone calls you like baby girl, we automatically assume that you're, the boyfriend or whatever the case may be. So when you're like baby girl, the first thing you text me is, hey baby girl. I'm like, excuse me, sir, I don't know you like that. Don't call me your baby girl.
yeah. So I remember that clearly, and even up to this day, like sometimes we kind of play around with each other when she calling me, hey babes, can you do this for me? I'm like, I'm not your baby. Don't you dare
I'm not
call
your
me
baby girl.
You know what I'm saying? So I actually messaged her. I'm like, hey baby girl, and her reaction like kind of just threw me off because I didn't used to their type of lifestyle. In Jamaica, when we see a girl like, hey beautiful, hey baby girl, what's up? And she would just, hi, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I was kind of, looking forward to kind of something like that, especially the fact that we knew each other for a while. So things didn't work out, and I just said, you know what? Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. And I just kept going on about my days and so forth. And then I think it was like she just turned 19.
19 years old, and my mom, like, again, every time she would go to Jamaica, she would bring me along for the summer times and stuff like that. And I remember, like, one time I was like, I think I like Jermaine. He's really cute. He stays to himself. Whatever. The girls that get it, get it. And then, so when I came back, I was just like, minding my business. And one day I was like, let me send him a message on Facebook. So I sent him a message on Facebook, and I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" And then he just started talking to me again, and we both started talking to each other in
No,
some
no,
ways.
no. For correction.
Wait, hold up.
It
Am I
was,
missing
it was,
something?
yeah,
A
yeah,
piece of
yeah,
the
yeah,
puzzle?
yeah, yeah. You are, because it wasn't about Facebook. It was actually BBM used to
Oh
run the place them
yeah,
time.
yes, I remember
It was
BBM.
BBM clearly, and I remember the Saturday. It
It
was
was
actually a
BBM.
Saturday. Yeah, it
Okay.
was on BBM. I remember clearly, like I was doing biology,
Mhm.
and while I was doing biology, I remember I was in class. No, class had just finished,
Mhm.
and I was in the city with my boys, chilling, walking through the city and everything. And then, boom! I got a ping, BBM,
Ping.
ping. And then when I got the ping, I checked. It was Amanda messaging me, and I was like, "Yo, what this girl want?" And then
That's what
she,
she said.
yeah, I'm
What
like,
does she want
"What does
after it
she
said you're not
want?"
my baby?
Cause them time they were a star boy and it, you know, like me,
Excuse
I had my
me.
little crew and we used to be like Mr. Fresh, you know, Fresh and Clean Squad. So anywhere you see us, we used to have our outline well, you know, put together. So I was like, yo, what does she even want? And then I shot her a message. I don't even remember what I said, to be honest. And then after that, you know, we started to build a conversation
Mhm.
and we started to talking and stuff like that. And then you remember what did he say to me? I don't
I
remember
don't remember
exactly.
clearly what I said to you, but I just remember time went by extremely quick because I remember, again, the basis of things is that we're both Christians. We believe in Jesus Christ, the only Jesus Christ, the one who died on the cross, okay? And
That's
I
what's up.
remember one year I went to church and I was praying and I was praying, and I remember Bishop had asked, like, our pastor, he had said something along the lines of, like, is there's anything that you want, just sow a seed and believe for it to come to pass. And I remember I just remember, like, after we started speaking, going to church, I sowed a seed, right? I sowed a seed of $20. I'll never forget this day. I tell every single person this story that knows me and Jermaine, and they always ask us, like, how are you guys doing? I always tell them this story here. I sold a seed of $20 and I asked God for a husband. And I was so specific. I described the way I wanted my husband to be. I said, I want him to have an accent. I want him to be dark skinned. I don't even want him to be from Canada, is what I said. I did not even like click twos and twos, as we would say in Patois, click twos and twos together and put in my mind that my husband is the same person that I was talking to, you know?
All these years.
All these years. So,
And I had no
anyways, once
idea.
that was done, once all of that was done, said and done, I just know that we were talking on Facebook. Now, was it Facebook? It was still BBM.
Still BBM,
It
yeah.
was still BBM. Still
Actually,
BBM.
Facebook wasn't trending like that. It
Oh my
was
God, are we that
BBM.
old?
Come on, like
Listen, don't
two
reveal our
little gray
ages. But
hair.
anyways,
Like,
so I remember. Long story short, with this part is that I had described everything to God what I wanted in a man, and I sowed my seed, and it's like God just put everything together. And I remember Jermaine was in Jamaica at that time, and we were just like talking to each other, BBM
yeah.
and whatnot. And then I said to him, I'm like, you need to come to Canada. You need to come here. And obviously, you know how it is over there. You can't come to Canada unless you got your visa or some type of connection. So I was like, all right, if the only way for you to come here is let's just get married, you know, let's get married because you are like my friend at this point. We were really, really close and we would speak all the time. So I said, okay, fine, let's just get married and you come to Canada. I didn't think to myself, I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest with you. I really don't know. I promise you it was the Holy Spirit that guided me because
From that $20 seed.
from that $20 seed, because we, within that time, was it the same year we got married or was it like
Yeah, it was in the same year.
the same year? I remember I told my mom, I said to my mom, I said, Mom, I'm going to Jamaica to get married. She's like, what? I said, yeah, I'm going to get married to Jermaine. She's like, tell me not to even know you and Jeremy and I talk. Meaning, like, I didn't know that you were talking to him like that. And it was like, yeah, I want him to come here. And I mean, that's the only way he could come here. So, like,
Yo, I actually remember she called me and she was like, German, in Jamaican terms. Me never know say I'm my daughter talk. which she just simply meant like, I didn't know you guys were, conversating and all of that to this extent that you guys are, trying to get married and all of that. And yo, I remember clearly like when she said to me like, let's just come to Canada. Can we just get married and so forth? And I'm like, yo, why this girl so pushy? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like, why am I pushing? Like, is something wrong with her?
You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, I'm gonna reveal my age. I was like 24, and
I was 20,
and she was 20 because she born June, I born June, same month, but different year. And I remember I said to her like, listen to me, I know what I want. I don't know about you. So if you're serious about this, come to Jamaica. Let's chill. Let's go out on a date or something. Because prior to that, like I had met her maybe about 5 years. I hadn't seen her, and I said to her like, come to Jamaica because the image changed.
It's true. Back then we didn't have Instagram, so it's not like I could post 1 or 2 photos or none of that.
Social media not run
Listen,
like
so
that.
he was just like, how does she look like?
I was trying to imagine in my head like after 5 years, what does Amanda look like now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like,
but I know whenever she see this, oh my gosh.
Okay, Mr.
Game over. Game over.
I guess this is for the men and this is for the females.
So I said to her like, yo, listen, if you're serious about this, come to Jamaica. Let's go on a date and let me just unpack everything. And if you're able to carry my baggage after I unload, then we can, move on from there. Because I told her, looks change, everything had changed.
That's true.
My character, who she knew me as, because, of, just circumstances, you know what I'm saying? So she came, we went out, like, she literally, like, I told her, this was around, like, May. We were, having all these deep conversations. And but maybe like 3 weeks after, she called me. She's like, yo, Jermaine, guess what? I'm coming to Jamaica for 2 weeks. I'm like, are you serious? Yo, I just got so happy. I'm telling my boys, like, yo, in them time in Jamaica, like when they say, yo, you have a foreign girl, yo, everybody's like, what? Yo, let me see her picture. So I was like trying to like go on Facebook and scrolling through and showing the guys, and I'm looking for like the hot picture,
the hottest picture.
You know what I'm saying? I say, yo, boy, look at this. This is the girl who is linking up with me right now. And yo, they were super happy. They're like, yo, how did you meet this girl? I'm like, yo, you don't worry about that. When she get here, I'll show you.
It's the seed that was sown.
You know what I'm saying? And yo, all of this, everything just transpired right after she actually sowed that seed.
Yeah, I really did.
Up to this day, we've been married for
13
years.
13
and sometimes
years.
I looked at her and I'm like, what were you thinking?
I don't know. And that's
20.
what I said. It's the Holy Spirit. Because at 20 years, who gets married, first of all? A Jamaican. I'm sorry. But you live in a Jamaica with them a gal is, So who gets married at 24 years old? A male and a female and 20 years old. And it's like, my mom, you know what? My mom did not hold me back, right? She didn't say, no, Amanda, it's not a good idea. It's like my mind was so set, and it's like God was like, okay, this is what you're doing. In fact, my mom actually came to my home that night and helped me pack my suitcase for me to go to Jamaica. So the support that I got and the support that you got too, it was just, that has to be from God. There's no way that it's not, because no one tried to stop us and say, no, you're not going to Jamaica. I packed by myself and I went by myself to Jamaica. My mom didn't come because, I mean, it was last minute and it was still shocking for her. But my mom supported. I think she even like gave money to help out with the wedding. And our wedding was so small. There was just a handful of people, like mostly from his family side. Even though I have family in Jamaica, I did have my uncle there, I believe. But honestly, it was everything. And all this to say is, like, when you have a wedding, you don't need to spend tons of money. Our wedding probably cost, I'm gonna give an estimation of maybe under $300. My dress was $80. I did my hair myself. My dress was $80. And if you see our wedding pictures, it's hilarious right now. But we are extremely happy, married for 13 years.
Yep.
The only thing is, yes, we did have a little, how do I say this, people from the outside that wasn't too happy, especially my friends and everything. Again, I got married when I was 20 years old, and it was a decision that I made on my own. I didn't want to tell my friends because the idea was for him to come here in Canada, and then we'll do an official wedding, and that way I could tell everybody as if like Jermaine was already in Canada. That was the plan. But it never worked out that way. It never worked out that way. You know why? The same place where I went to sow seed at the altar, the family at my church, they love me so much that they made an announcement.
Yo, the very first Sunday.
The first Sunday Jermaine landed in Canada, we went to church. And I don't know how. I don't
Bishop
know.
saw us, our pastor.
Our pastor. I love you so much, Bishop. I do.
Yo, me sincerely, Bishop.
We love you. We
like,
love you.
From the depths of my heart.
We do. He's like, but Bishop, you know him. He's just doing his thing, doing the announcement. And he's like, oh, yeah, so Amanda's husband, Jermaine, is here. And you could see the eyes.
Yo.
On me. You could see the eyes like, Amanda's married? Yo.
And this was actually my first time being in a church with like more than maybe 400 people.
Yeah.
Like I used to like maybe like 50, maybe 100 max, but when I looked, I started to like, I felt the sweat.
I felt the heat too. I felt the heat because I was like, I wanted it to be quiet, and that way we make an official wedding where my friends and his friends and, you know, like official thing. We were 20, 24. We didn't have that type of money to do all of what we wanted to do. Yeah. And when the announcement came, I was just like in church, and I was like, even though Bishop was preaching, after he did his thing, I was just like, oh my God, I want to leave so bad. I mean, after service, people came. They congratulated us. Some of whom were not too pleased, but a lot of people were really happy, and we did get a lot of how do I say this?
A lot of support, but
for
me, I felt threatened. Like,
threatened. He was threatened a lot. Like, honestly, Jermaine was. Like, I remember one time, for example, when he came here, we went to a restaurant. There's a random girl who I was friends with at the time. She saw me and Jermaine. And she's like, if you ever hurt her, she just walks away. And I'm
that's it. Like, point blank.
He was always being threatened. And because, like, people were just like, who is this guy? Like, we know Amanda. Because now you're in my territory, right? Like, in Canada here. Yeah. So it's like, they know me, but they don't know you. That's and they didn't even know that I was married. It's just like, it was a shock to everyone, you know? Yep. A lot of people still to this day are hurt by it. Some people, it's
but I think a lot of them, like they're in a place where I would say they're not shocked anymore, because the thing for them was they knew Amanda since she was like a kid growing up. A little baby. And like she said, they didn't know me. They had zero idea as to who I was. And for them, they were trying to like protect Amanda. Yeah. So when it got to the point where she got married and she didn't say anything to these people that she was like super close to, it's like, for sure I'm gonna be like, yo,
you're gonna feel offended. You know? Yeah, you will.
So they eventually, like, everyone started to tell me like, hey, you better take care of her. You better take care of her. So I was like, okay, so tell her to take care of me too, because life is like not a one-way street, but it's a two-way street when you're in a relationship. So it's me taking care of her, she taking care of me. So I was just trying to like push that to them, you know, like, this is what it is, you know, it's us working together as one. So if she take good care of me, I'm gonna take good care of her too. And eventually that's what happened, you know. And then after, like, it got to a point where I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to argue with these people. Yeah, time will tell. So everyone would be like, you know, do that. I was like, listen, time will tell. So I just left things because I know me that I'm a person of my word. I'm a person with integrity. and I try to be as consistent as I can.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I don't do things to please people. So because of that, I knew what I was in, and I know my duty as a husband, what I have to do in order to make she happy and everything. So I just said, you know what, I'm just going to just be Jermaine, do what I have to do as a husband, and then, time will just reveal everything. And that's exactly
Exactly.
what I did,
That's
you
the
know.
best thing because a lot of times people were just like, Jermaine, yo, you guys are so young. Are you sure? I mean, even when we were going out, people just couldn't believe that we were married. Like,
That's true.
like they were just like, you guys are married. Like for real? Is it for real? For real? Like it's you guys are really married? And we're like, yeah, we're married. And I feel like that was a little rocky for us at the beginning. It wasn't just me and him. It was like a battle that we were fighting against other people, trying to not prove to them, but just knowing that who we are as people, and we had to show them that this is for real. It's not a joke. Like we're really married.
Really
But
seriously married.
our actual thing is we wanted to do a wedding here. I mean, we're married 13 years. We were supposed to do our 10th year anniversary.
We didn't even get to do it.
We didn't get to do it. We went to Dominican Republic, I think, for our
Yeah.
10th year. We went to Dominican Republic for our 10th year anniversary. We're just like, you know what? Let's just go on vacation. And now we're like, okay, maybe 15, maybe 25. Who knows? But let me
Yeah.
tell you something. God works in mysterious ways because the same people who were talking to us and telling us like why this, why that, are the same people who are now asking us for marital advice. So it's just so ironic. Like we get calls like, "Oh, yo, can you give me some advice on this and that?" And we're like, "But weren't you the one who told us a while ago that we shouldn't be?" People were telling us, "Watch, it's very hard. You guys are going to love each other at the beginning. There's a honeymoon phase and it's not going to work out for you guys." Okay, 13 years later.
We're still popping, y'all.
So it's just that's just what it is, in life. So we're happy. 13 years
Happy,
married,
happy.
and we just pray that it
This is my best
continues.
friend right there. Yo, I don't cut you though, because I remember clearly, someone even literally told me, like, when Amanda introduced, I think when they found out that she actually got married, she had posted like a few pictures on Facebook. Facebook started to pop a little bit at that time.
God, we're that
So,
old.
so she posted a pic, and the person literally went on Facebook, found my name because she had tagged me, and then he started to check through all my
Oh
photos.
yes.
And I don't know. He was like, "Yo, I thought you were a gangster. I didn't even think that you were the match for her." Da, da, da. And he was
Yeah.
just going and he was telling me all these things. But this was after he got the chance to actually know who I was as a person. And then he started to, appreciate who I was, and the fact that I came here and that I loved her so much and I didn't like try to do anything to hurt her or anything. So after years now, he's asking me like, "Yo, I think we're definitely gonna have to." Yo, we have so much.
He
people
was
in
actually
our
the one who
schedule.
encouraged us to do YouTube, no?
Even that.
He
too,
was actually the same one.
Yo.
He was the same. Okay, imagine he was the one that went through the photos and said, "Nah, he's not good for her. I don't." And now he's the one saying, "Yo, y'all need a YouTube channel.
Y'all need to do this, bro. Do this." You know.
So
what I'm saying?
it's just interesting how the tables turn, So that's how we definitely met, and this is where we are presently. So now,
But yo, I mean, let's actually go back in time a little bit because in terms of when we got married, I remember clearly I had zero, zero, zero idea as to how to prepare for a wedding.
oh yes,
So the only thing I knew is that we spoke and we had conversation and stuff, and we had decided that like she had said, we weren't gonna do like a big wedding. We're gonna do something small just to get our documents, to immigration, make everything look, presentable. And then after we're gonna do something where we can invite all her friends who didn't know that she secretly got married, and all the family and so forth. So all I knew was I had to put on a suit or something.
yes.
But in Jamaica them days, what was trending was just a little what do you call them thing
T-shirt?
there? No,
Marina?
you wear a dress shirt
Mm-hmm.
and nice pants, but like a vest.
Okay, got
So I
it.
remember I went and I bought my vest, me and my boy, and I'm like, bro, like I have to look slick, bro. I can't look like no fool, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we did all of that like hours. We were just shopping till we found a couple of stuff. We met some things look good. We went. My friend, can I shout out his name because he was the one that
Go
actually helped me.
ahead.
Tala. Tala helped me to
Oh,
find.
Tala.
Tala helped me to find the wedding ring. We
Shout out
spent
Tala.
hours inside like numerous stores, and then we found the perfect one. And up to this day, like I want to replace it, and she told me no.
No, so there's so many testimonies and testimonies about this ring. It means so much to me. Even though for him he wants to replace it, I'm like, no, because this is something that a 24-year-old man went to go purchase for his wife.
Man, 24-year-old boy.
Boy, picnic, little boy. Little picnic.
Because when we got married, all these girls were like, yo, Jermaine, you know what you're doing? Yo, she trying to like,
Trap you.
trap you and all them type of thing. Like you're giving
No.
away your life and all of that.
Yeah,
thing,
that's what
you know?
people say, but I don't ever want to replace the ring. Where I'm happy with it, and even though like we are where we are now, I don't think I'll ever replace my ring. I think even if you buy me a new ring, I'm still gonna wear the old ring.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
And the thing too is that like I was saying after I found my nice outfit and everything, I'm like, yeah, every day looking at my shoes because she told me like, yo, in a month I'm gonna come down, so I grabbed everything, and yo, I was there and I remember clearly, um, I picked her up at the airport, and then as soon as she got in the house, she told me, hey Jermaine, my mom sent you a suit. I'm like, what?
Yeah, my mom bought
I
him
didn't even ask for
my
it.
mom bought him a suit for the wedding. Yo, shout out to my mom for being so supportive. Like she never even once said why. Like this is not a good idea. Like why are you
Never
gonna?
ever.
Like imagine you're not even invited. Like that's what I'm telling
Did you
you.
even invite her?
I don't think so.
I think probably the reason. Yo, I don't know.
I think
man.
I did, but because she already went for my sister's wedding. Remember she went, was it Enid's wedding?
No,
My
it
sister's
was
wedding?
that was after. I
Oh,
think
I
it
don't
was
remember what
her
happened.
brother that died. Cause we got married. She came to visit me like June, and her brother died July.
Mhm.
And we got married November, so she had to even extend her stay in Jamaica so that she could stay to attend the funeral of her
Oh,
brother.
that's why.
So that's why all the expense. I guess I don't know. She probably didn't want to probably put herself back in a situation, and because I think also because it was like maybe the last month before we got married, you just told her. Because you were planning
Yeah.
and you didn't even say anything.
I don't know how I did that.
I think
I
it's-
honestly don't. I wonder to myself sometimes. I say to myself, like, I just, I don't know. I just picked up, packed my suitcase, and said, "Peace out. I'm gonna go get married." And it's like not, and like honestly, as a parent, no, we're not parents yet. But if I had a daughter, and she tells me, "Okay, bye, mom. I'm gonna go get married. I'll be back." I would be like, whoa, 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 hold on, hold on.
I would be calling the police.
I would be like,
the whole
hold
family.
on.
We need to have a meeting.
Yeah, we'll have to have definitely a family meeting and a psychology check. Like, are you okay? But the fact is, I just still can't believe to this day that she just said, no problem. Do what you have to do. Here's you need money for this. Here's she bought a suit for my husband because she knew him, right? She didn't know him. So for her, I think maybe that's what helped her too, because she knew you, and she knows his mom. Like they're really close too. So I feel like that kind of gave her that comfort. And I honestly, speaking of my mom, my mother-in-law, she's also like the family that I have is just amazing, right? So my mother-in-law, she's also my best friend too.
She was so happy.
Yeah.
Like she was like, "Yo, Jermaine,
Yeah.
you getting married to Amanda?" Amanda is such a nice girl.
Yeah.
Like she was like with us like from day one.
Yeah.
Like, you know, anything we needed, the support was just
Yeah.
there. And like I was saying, with the whole like arrangement and everything, like I just knew how to get my suit, and the ring, when it was like maybe 2 days before the wedding.
Yeah. So last
I
minute.
was like trying to run around to get pastors and everything. And yo, let me tell you straight up, the pastor that was at my church in Jamaica, when I asked my mom, because my mom was close to them, I was more like a visitor to the church kind of. So my mom went and speak to the pastor and said, listen, my son is getting married in a week. And the pastor, he's so strict, like routine. He said, listen, I have to do like counseling
Yeah.
session with them for 2 weeks about, and there's not enough time. So I call another pastor and I ask him, and he's like, Jermaine, I know you as a good man, and I, with good faith, I believe this is gonna work because I know your character. I'm gonna trust, not, you know, going through that whole process where we're gonna have to, like, you know, interview you guys and so forth, and just go with the flow. So that's what we did, and he got us married. Shout out Pastor Jermaine.
His name is Pastor Jermaine.
Yeah,
Imagine.
and I'm Jermaine too,
Jermaine,
right?
Jermaine.
Yeah, so and then like 3 days, you know, before we got married, my aunt said, "Yo, Jermaine, what about the food?" I said, "What food?" Because I didn't really
Because we don't
attend
know.
wedding. Like,
We
I
don't know. We're
that,
like,
you
we
know
need
what I'm saying?
food at a wedding.
And she was like, "Yo, Jermaine, I'm gonna have to make you like a cake and this and that."
We honestly, we like at the age, I think my mindset was just for him to come to Canada. I didn't think about food. I'm like, we just go eat sandwiches. I don't care. I just want, like, as long as we get married. So
That was it.
the food, the venue. I didn't even think about the venue. I didn't
We
think
didn't
about
have
nothing.
venue.
I didn't think about photographer. I think the photographer was my cell phone.
Yeah,
It was
no,
my.
it was your cell phone, and you had a little
I had a little
$400
camera.
one time.
I had a little Canon camera, and it was my cell phone, and
That was it.
that was
Like
it.
our pictures are so crappy.
Our wedding
I don't
photos.
know.
Our wedding photos are hilarious, I find, but they're good because
Because
even
it was my aunt that helps to take them, and yo, I'm telling you, in Jamaica,
even his suit looks big for him. My mom got a size too big, so we looked like kids just getting married. We did look like little kids getting married. It was mad funny. So
Yeah.
I can't. But all that to say, it was amazing experience. And a lot of times when God has something for you, he wouldn't even stop the people that is around you.
Yeah.
Okay, like he would give the go not just to you but to everyone. There was no blessing that was being blocked at the time. So to the point is, after we got married, like, even to get him to come to Canada, like, I got a lawyer. I don't, like, again, I don't know what was in my brain. It's God. Every time something goes through, I'm like, it's God. I got a lawyer who I never met. Imagine that. I never met the lawyer. I don't know how the lawyer looks like. I don't even know her full name. I found her on Google. I found her on Google because I was starting the application process for Jermaine to come to Canada. And
yeah, you say you wanted to do it yourself, but
I was
when
gonna-
you start signing up, things look so complicated.
It was so
She's
complicated.
like, Jermaine, I don't think I'll be able to do
Do
this.
it. The
Yo, my
documents-
heart started to beat because I was like, oh my God, don't tell me she's gonna cancel.
She's gonna cancel. The documents were like, it was so much questions and documents.
Yeah.
And I said, Jermaine, man, I need help. My family, I don't think they really knew. And I didn't want to ask them, because again, I got married and I didn't invite you guys. So who am I to ask you guys to help me to get my husband over? So I said, yo, I'm just going to go through a lawyer. I went on Google. I just typed in lawyers. What do you call it? Immigration lawyers.
Yeah.
I found one, called the number, and the person's like, yeah, you just got to e-transfer.
Yo.
You just, to start the process, you got to e-transfer. I think it was like the starting point, I think it was $2,000 in total I paid, right?
I think it was 2,000, 2,500, but yeah, probably had to pay like about 600 to maybe
About that.
like 600 to
So
start.
to start the process was
Yeah.
about that. So I just sent the money, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. So we started the process online. I never met the lawyer. I felt some type of way. Like at one point they asked for more money. I sent the money. And then I'm like, okay, the documents are like, we're filling out documentations and we're
Mm.
communicating through email, right? Me and the lawyer and the office and everything. And I'm like, yo, where's this lawyer's office located? After I done sent like
Maybe
almost $1,000,
$1,000.
I'm like, where's this lawyer's office located? So I started Google searching the lawyer's office, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the office. So I was like, oh my God, am I being scammed? So after halfway through the process, I mean, I'm calling the at one point when I really thought I was being scammed is I called the lawyer's office and it was the secretary who answered. And I'm like, can I speak to, I only knew
Her
the
name was
lawyer's,
Jasmine, and her
my name is, middle name is Jasmine.
too.
Oh, it was Jasmine? Okay,
Yeah,
so
Jasmine.
I had called the secretary. I'm like, can you speak to Jasmine? And they're like, oh, she's not here right now. And I was like, oh God, I'm being scammed. What do you mean she's not there right now? So they said to leave an email for her to contact me back. And I was like, yo, I'm being scammed. So I was just like, damn, like my money has gone down the drain. But lo and behold, like communication was starting to be really good. Like I would send an email, she would respond 2, 3 days later.
Yeah.
And then it was towards the end where she's like, okay, you need to send the rest of the money. So I paid off the 2,000 or whatever it was. And then I'm just like, oh my God, I'm like, Lord have his mercy. I pray to God this is real. This is real. Because I never met the lawyer. I don't even know where the office, to this day, I feel like the office is non-existent. Like she was probably working from her home.
I think
She
you had
was,
located
I
her
don't,
office somewhere
I don't know.
downtown
It just,
MTL.
I just like, even when I put on Google, because you know me, I kind of looked on street Google, like Google Maps, and I'm like, I don't see the office. Like, this is not real. And lo and behold, like the email I received, like towards like a few months later,
Yeah.
it said, congratulations, everything went through, everything worked.
No, I think
And then,
what probably gave you the confidence to believe that everything was good was when they actually sent out the selection proof of Quebec selection, something like that.
okay.
That was like the first thing they approved. And then after that, she said she want the final payment.
Yeah.
And then you send it off. And then, like, you were still like, am I being
Nervous.
scammed, Jermaine, or
I
something?
thought I was being scammed, but I don't know what. Again, I'm young, and I was just like, I don't know what was wrong with me at the time. Like, I'm such a person, I triple check everything. So for me, not being able to like check this in advance, like, is this lawyer? This is a lot of money for a 20-year-old. Like, and I'm living on my own at that time, right? Paying rent, going to work, and then it's like I'm sending money to this person who I've never met. I was just like, man, like, what was wrong with me? I don't know. So I kind of blame the Holy Spirit in some ways. So I don't sound stupid. I'm just like, it was the Holy Spirit. But anyways, lo and behold, it worked out, and Jermaine got his passport and everything like that.
Yeah,
And
no, yeah, I got my passport.
yeah.
And
And you see how God works too, because Jermaine never had in Jamaica. You never had a birth certificate, or did you have
yo,
it? Tell the story about that. I tell
crazy.
you,
And I'm telling you, like, nobody cannot tell me that Jesus Christ is not real. Because about my business, and then my aunt was trying for me to come to Canada, and it just didn't happen. So I was like, I think like a 7-year process. My aunt was trying for me to come to Canada, and this was the only country I wanted to be, and it just never happened. And then I was like, you know what? I remember I went home one weekend, and I sat on my wall outside. No, before that, I went to my barber shop, and when I got to the barber shop, the barber said to me randomly, I didn't ask no question. He just said, "Yo, Jermaine, you know anybody want a birth certificate?" So I
imagine.
say, "What?" I say, "Me want one." So he was
Why would
like,
someone just randomly
that was
utter?
just random.
Listen, why would someone just randomly utter, yo, do you know anybody who needs a birth certificate? Like,
Isn't
what
it?
kind of conversation
Like,
were
you
you
know what I'm
talking
saying?
about? Like, it's not like I'm selling a car or something. Like, just, do you know anybody who needs a birth certificate? Who
You know what
has
I'm
that
saying?
conversation?
So that was it. And I said, yo, I want one. So he was like, yo, I know somebody working the system that could, get one. So I said, yo, serious? He's like, yeah. He was charging me three 300% more than what the system would charge me. So I paid half of it up front. Then after that, he told me, guarantee you're going to get it. Then, and I explained to him that I applied for it before and it didn't approve. So he's like, okay, you're going to get it this time. We have the connection. Halfway through the process, he linked me up and he's like, yo, Jermaine, guess what happened? I can't get it.
You still can't get the birth
The
certificate.
only way we can get it is if you get like a picture of your dad, and we could like do our thing and make you
Imagine.
get it. So I was like, yo, I don't have that connection. So now another like 150% of what the system would charge me just went down.
Imagine
like this.
someone going through something like that. Like, you try for your birth certificate 3, 4, 5, like a whole bunch of times. Your father at the time lived in Canada and no connection. He needs lawyer to prove that, like, I could sign to get your birth certificate. Nothing. You cannot get your birth certificate. And in order for you to come to Canada, you need some type of proof, right? But you need birth certificate. You couldn't get no birth certificate, and then
No, I just couldn't get it. So I said to him, it's all good, and I went home, and I remember clearly as it was me and my boys. We just finished class, and we went home the Saturday night, and we rent. It was like we call it like a two-story building. And we're on the top floor. So we went home, and then I remember, because like I always have my relationship with Christ. So I got home, I got out the taxi, and I remember I said to them like, I'll meet you guys upstairs in a few minutes. So I sat on the wall downstairs, and he's like, yo, you good, Jermaine? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, bro. So we sat on the wall, and I was there, and I said, yo, Jesus. Yeah, boy, Jermaine, listen. I'm just making so me get stuck at Jamaica.
you can't leave
and
the country.
I'm not able to leave the country. I cannot get a passport. I can't get a driver's license. I can't get nothing. I can't even like get my certificate out of school, out of high school. So I was like, you know what? Just making say, I stay here, so build my life. And me just go and run things at Jamaica like this. And I had my little dialogue with God. And then after that, when I was satisfied, I walked upstairs. And 2 weeks after, I went back to school. And it was on a Saturday. So I went back to school, and I kid you not, like I was in class. I had zero idea that the government office opened on a Saturday. Up to this day, I think I'm still believing that is the Holy Spirit. I was in class, my phone rang, and I was like, hello? They said, hey, Jermaine, we're just calling you to let you know that your birth certificate approved.
Randomly.
And I said, what?
Randomly. Were you married? That's when you were...
No, that was like maybe 3 weeks going to when you told me that you're coming to Jamaica.
So could you imagine? So 3 weeks before I was coming to Jamaica to get married.
No, that was when you're coming to Jamaica to actually, for us to date.
Oh, for us to date. For us to
stuff.
date. Like I was just coming over there for him to date. And a few days, weeks prior to that, he gets a call randomly on a Saturday morning.
No, it was like around maybe like 1, 2 o'clock. But I had zero idea.
Your birth certificate's ready.
It's ready. I said what? And guess what happened? When I went, I got like I think 6 or 8 birth certificate, because all the previous ones that
God
I applied
doubled the blessing.
it approved.
God said, here's all your birth certificates.
Yo, I had all of them as proof up to this day. They just approved them. Even the one that the guy was trying to push through, Approved.
Everything, just here's everything. God's like, you know what? Here you go, my son. And in fact, here's more. Take it all. But
And then
that's a blessing.
so I was able now to get my she said she was coming down, so I hurried and I got my passport. When she came to Jamaica, I got my driver's license maybe 2 days before she came down, and I rented a car. And I said, "Yo, I was so excited." So I said, "Yo, I'm gonna take you guys to beach." It was my
Listen,
first time hitting a
he never
highway.
told okay, listen, y'all. The roads in Canada, they're not the best, right? You got little 1-2 potholes. I get that. Cool. In Jamaica, not everywhere in Jamaica, but where he's from, Manchester, in Jamaica, lots of hills, okay? He never told me, he never said, oh, sweetie, honey. At the time, he could have called me baby because we were dating. He never said, oh, well, this is just my first time driving. And let me remind you, the beach, it's far, okay?
Like
From
2.5
it's like
hours
2.5
away.
hours, okay? And let me remind you, when you're driving, okay, you're going over some steep hills, okay? Potholes, steep hills, and all sorts of stuff. So me now and my gullible self, I don't know what was wrong with me again. The Holy Spirit, let's just blame it on it. I'm just like, okay, cool, we're going to the beach. I honestly didn't know the beach was that far. I had no idea it was his first time pretty much driving this distance. And not only that, we brought my niece with me at the time. My niece with me,
My sister,
his sister,
my brother,
his brother. So we all just like young kids, right? Just in Jamaica,
having fun,
gullible, and let's just go to the beach. I had no idea that it was Jermaine's first time. Literally just got approved his license to Jamaica. If y'all understand, Jamaica's
the
roads
are this small. Some place, not everywhere.
The roads are just small.
Most of the roads.
And when you're passing a vehicle,
You
you're
have to
literally
stop.
looking off the cliff to see, okay, I ain't gonna fall. And I'm just like chilling in the car, not knowing. I'm just like, all right, cool. Jermaine's good. He's Jamaican. He knows his stuff. And lo and behold, he did, because I had no clue. It's only
The
been
Holy Spirit
revealed.
got us,
The Holy Spirit, because I had no clue. And again, I think my mom was in Jamaica at the time when we went to the beach.
Yeah,
right?
she was. Yeah.
My mom was there. She's just so like chill. She's like, all right, you guys go do your thing.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Yo, my heart was like this. I'm
His
so
heart
happy I
is-
didn't catch a heart attack.
His heart was pounding because the beach is far, number one. We're all young. And we're driving this vehicle 2 days fresh off of a brand new license. And it's not like we're in Canada where the roads are, stable on the ground. In Jamaica, the roads are not on the ground.
Yo, you know what's super funny? What's super funny is that I didn't even have my actual license. I only had like a duplicate copy to say we approve your license. That's what I used and drove them to the beach.
He got a car and I didn't know.
Actually, I rent the car from my cousin.
Because
if I had to go to somewhere
know.
and they want the actual license, the proof, and I didn't have that, so my cousin is like, bro, I got you, bro. just
you just give me a call, cheers, just mess it. But I had no clue, and even when we came back, I still had no clue because Jermaine played it off so well, not knowing his heart was boo 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 boo. Like at nighttime, you can see he's like on the steering wheel because in Jamaica you have to drive fast at night, right? And it's like he's just driving. I thought, okay, cool, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. But his eyes was popping out of it. Your eyes were popping out.
Yo, it was so crazy. It was so crazy to the point where I remember like. I don't even remember if we had AC because most cars back then didn't have AC. We just used a natural AC, which is just, pop your window down. And I want my window up because I wanted to hear everything. I didn't want to get any distractions because I didn't want to look left. And then I'm over there. I didn't want to look right.
I'm shocked.
There,
when he revealed this to me, I was like, you mean to tell me we went all the way to, what was it? Ocho from Mandeville with my little baby niece, your little baby sister, me, your brother, and we're driving like it was how long was the drive?
It was like 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours go, 2.5 hours come back. Everyone was cool. My mom's like, oh, how was the beach, Amanda? I was like, oh, it was good. It was so fun. Herself, she just, God bless her soul. God bless my mommy's soul because she was so nonchalant because she didn't know herself, right? Although she's Jamaican, she didn't know. She's like, oh, I can't.
No, she
At least
thought
we're
I was
gonna have
just
fun.
driving, you know?
She's like, at least
It
you guys
was
had
crazy.
fun. But she didn't know
So,
anything.
it's just to like really, say how God worked and how everything just, came together. Because I literally didn't have birth certificate, nothing. And,
Nothing.
2 weeks before you came, like I was able to get my passport. I bought 6 to 8 birth certificates, and then I was also able to get my driver's license so we could go pop some fun and everything. And we had so much fun.
And it was a blessing. It was honestly, even like before I went to Jamaica to get married, I'm telling you, when God works in ways for you, you have to really pay attention. Not for the things that you don't have, but for everything that you do have. Because there's a lot of things that's being done in the spiritual realm, in the realm that we cannot see, which Jermaine's life completely around. I think that was the year too that I got baptized, the year that I gave my life to God, like, or it was the year before. There was so
No,
much that took place in that year. And same year I got a new job. Like, a lot of times we argue for the things that we don't have, and we ask God for the things that we don't have, but we always have to appreciate the things that we have right now. And
that's true.
our marriage is something that we appreciate. And for those who don't know, we are definitely trying to have kids, right? Because we got married, it's been 13 years, and people are like, when's the kids coming? When's the babies coming? And da da da. It will happen, but let's just say this. We do not know what God is working behind
That's true.
the closed doors for things to actually happen. So it could be hurtful at times when people are always asking when we're having kids, and it's slightly difficult for us, especially with me, and I have endometriosis. For those who don't know, it's like cysts and a whole bunch of stuff. We'll get into that in the next video. But it's just a blessing to know that for now we just appreciate what we have and where we are presently, and everything that God has taken us from, and where we are today. So yeah, so I pray
That's
that you
it.
guys get to know us and enjoy. And you want to say anything else?
So, we just gonna just take you guys on the ride with us. And, just stay tuned. More videos to come.
Lots of fun videos
You
too.
know, yeah. So, God bless you all and keep you all safe. And thanks for watching.
Thanks. Peace.